In 1985, Buffett made history when he helped finance Capital City's takeover of the American Broadcasting Company, the biggest media deal to date. But his golden touch wouldn't be enough when Buffett invested $700 million in Salomon Brothers, at the time the nation's largest investment house. A few years after Buffett's initial investment, Salomon got into big trouble.
It turned sour when I got a call in August of, I guess, 1991. They sort of hinted to me about the problems that were coming. A trader named Mosier had done some very bad things in the U.S. government bond market.
Those bad things included illegal moves by that Salomon trader to corner the bond market, by using unauthorized accounts to increase Salomon's share and force out their competitors. Derek Morn was a vice chairman at Salomon Brothers. Though he had no involvement in the scandal, he was appalled at what was happening.
To me, it was clear that we'd broken the law. We'd interfered with the workings of a critical market, and that the treasurer in the Fed would be less than amused.
As CEO of Salomon Brothers, John Goodfriend was taking the blame for the mess.
I remember it vividly. When you make the front page in the right-hand column of the New York Times and you picture that you're a fool, which I probably was, my disrepute became national. Should have been one of the worst days of my life, and probably was. I told Tom Strauss and John Meriwether that we had to go.
Talk on Wall Street that Salomon's top officials were offering to resign to prevent the firm's possible debarment as a primary dealer in Treasury securities.
Goodfriend made one last desperate attempt to salvage the company with a phone call to Omaha, Nebraska, asking Buffett to be the CEO.
And I wasn't involved in the thing so that I was not tainted. The hope was that I would be credible with all the people that were mad at us. There were a lot of them.
The crisis deepened when Treasury Secretary Nicholas Brady ruled that Salomon was out of the bond business.
It was announced at about 10 in the morning on a Sunday. The U.S. Treasury had knocked us off the list of really acceptable people, primary dealers. That would have been a death blow to the company. So I had to get that changed by the time Tokyo opened.
That would have been a national calamity. And it looked for a long time as though the government was just going to say, the hell with you, Salomon.
Warren Buffett spent the entire day in frantic phone calls to Washington, trying to get the feds to back off.
I was scared stiff, and it probably came through in my voice. There were a lot of people that wanted us to go out of business over that weekend, and I didn't know what was going to happen.
At the 11th hour, Secretary Brady gave Salomon another chance. To seal the deal, Buffett had to personally take charge of cleaning up the mess at Salomon.
It was miserable. I was there 9 months and 4 days, and it's not an accident that I can tell you 20 years later exactly how long I was there. But it was important that it get done. I wouldn't wish it on anybody, and I wouldn't wish what happened to the firm, on anybody. But in a sense, I learned a lot.
Buffett emerged the hero.
Warren Buffett meeting with the financial community, signing autographs. They love him. The man with the squeaky clean image who's trying to clean up the mess at Salomon Brothers.